Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory. This is the championship round. A full squad-on-squad combat. Piotr Naidukan leads the same team he's taken to victory in over a dozen Deep Roads expeditions. Are you ready to face the final test? May the ancestors choose wisely. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Naidukan has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him, the Grey Warden came from nowhere, cutting a swath through Orzammar's finest warriors. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well. It will be a pleasure seeing you fall.
Last one standing will be declared victor! Fight!
Enemies approaching.
Bloodletting, I see.
Oh, this
Shall we compete for points?
The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then I am pleased to announce the Grey Warden as the winner of this memorial proving, the favorite of the ancestors! The ancestors have spoken!
This deal was all their making, Warden. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We have no business. Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything, but you're holding the prize now. I have a collector in mind. Who actually sells the item doesn't matter. It's your call. As always, I let people make their own decisions. Yes, well, I'll keep my nose clean until you're long gone. How about that? I'm just a businessman. I merely exploit opportunities. I won't get in your way.
That was an excellent showing. We were honored by your participation, Warden. That was an excellent showing. We were honored by your participation. That was an excellent showing. We were... honored by your participation.
On it. We have nothing to talk about, Warden. I haven't done a thing.
Thank you for sharing such illuminating techniques.
going to keep you from poisoning your heart now that you have been allowed to become.
You are. You will be watching me ever so closely to make sure I attempt no such thing.
Rumors of Grey Warden demon circulate. His sources.
Grey Wardens present in Orzammar. Endorsement of Lord Wales, a clear statement against the backward policies of Lord Harold.
Warden senses tingling. We can't allow it.
Look at this mess! Here we go! Okay, done with you now!
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
News of the hour. Lord Balin, endorsed by the Grey Warden. Orzammar questions Lord Balin's ability to win the throne without Grey Warden assistance.
What are you looking at, stranger? I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine. What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Let's get started. Let's get started.
What's the password? Looks like we have a martyr, boys.
Time for some fun! I sense something drawing near. Trap! Warden senses tingling.
On it.
Only one! On it. Right. Let's get started. Right. I sense something drawing near. Let's get started. Let's get started. As you wish. On it. I sense something drawing near. As you wish. Let's get started.
Enemies approaching!
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
On your guard! I hope I don't get blood all over me again. How invigorating that was.
Right. A little frantic? I can see why. On your guard! On it.
We are ridiculously awesome.
This should be easy enough. Right. Trap! Let's get started. This should be easy enough. As you wish. Right. Trap! As you wish. Let's get started. You're kidding. Is it just I or do you actually think you have a shot?
Let's have at it!
You know what? You had it coming. Right.
Please, stranger. Let me out. I see...
This should be
Thank
easy
you.
enough.
We've been down here. It's been so long. My friend didn't make it. Just stopped eating one day and all for a stupid bet.
before dying! Kidding yourself would have more things right now. Shame.
Let's get started. Right. Trap! 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 On it.
Another battle
As you wish. Here we go! Is that all you got? Have at it! Let's get started.
Right.
You had it coming!
Ooh, now it's fun!
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? On your guard! Let's get started. Let's get started. Show me what you've got!
Another point.
This really gets the blood pumping.
Defend yourself! Right. On it.
Nice to be polite to grandmothers.
Let's get started. As you wish. This should be easy enough.
So Balin finally realized his throne means nothing if he can't hold it, yet he still doesn't bother to send his own men. Well, you picked the wrong side, stranger. It doesn't matter who's king, as long as there's a queen. You'll pay for their deaths 100 times over. Kill them! But leave the mouthy one alive. I have plans for him.
Down you go! Only one shall stand! Have at you! Thank you,
I'll see you out in dust. To me, I need help! I'm going to wear your pretty teeth around my wrist!
on your guard! Is that all you got? Do you actually think you have a chance?
Let us end this!
No mercy!
Defeated.
Let's get started.
Battle is over, is it? I would have liked to get back at the one who hit me.
On it. As you wish. On it. This should be easy enough.
Ah! By all the beards of my ancestors! How did you... Where did you come from? You made a hole in my wall! What will my customers think when they come in here and see this hole? There better not be more of your troublemaking kind crawling in after you. I swear, this city is going to the criminals and the nugs. You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking of wrecking another part of my shop? Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade. You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking... Of course. You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking of wrecking another part of my shop? I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object. Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a Fold and Tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face you're not a smith yourself. That she was. The best to walk these tunnels since Ferelden himself. Threw it away, chasing old dreams, though. Aye. Has she been bothering you? Gets a whiff of surface stink and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go. Ah, that girl. I've been telling her for years to give up those foolish notions. Magic's a human trick. If Dagna wants enchantment, I can apprentice her to a lyrium crafter. I'm sorry she bothered you. She's a smith. The ancestors granted her to us to carry out that role, not pretend to be what no dwarf can. Perhaps I could take your mind off the insult by showing you around the store. Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, if you see her, send her back and let me talk some sense into her. You again. Here to buy something, or were you just thinking of wrecking another part of my shop? Of course.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said. How can that be? There's always a circle in every human nation. All the books agree. But what will happen in the Mageborn now? They'll still need somewhere to train, they'll need a new circle, and people to help them rebuild. I'm a smith. I can build whatever they need. Did you tell them that? I'll go right now. I'll do whatever it takes, just to be there. Thank you for asking. That's more than anyone else has done for me.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I'm showing you the lowest prices. Ancestors, bless you for saving...
Have you seen... I'm only asking because you never know who's going to get hung.
News of the hour. Unable to win home battles, rely on... All be aware that the Grey Wardens have aligned with Lord Balin. Be not...
Well,
You've simply outdone yourself. They're talking all over the city about how someone finally went through Dusttown and slaughtered the Carta like genlocks. Not yet. Killing Jarvia brought me greater favor. But to truly displace Harrowmont, we'll need something dramatic enough to end the debate forever. What do you know of the Paragon Branca? 2 years ago, she heard of something the Ancients created. It inspired her to leave everything behind and venture into the deep roads. She is the only Paragon in 4 generations, and she turned her back on her responsibilities. A Paragon is like an ancestor born in this time. If she returned, her vote would outweigh the entire assembly. Anyone with her support could take the throne unchallenged. She had an entire house with her, dedicated to her protection. With the number of ruins still intact, they could last for a long time, and Harrowmont is looking as well. It's too risky to assume she's dead only to have him take credit for finding her. I did not know her personally. 2 years ago, I was still considered a child, not one to consort with Orzamar's finest. From what I hear, her intellect was unrivaled, but the social graces were beneath the notice of one so gifted. I was hoping you could use your legendary charm to persuade her that the rightful king should take the throne. However, if the deep roads have addled her wits, it might be best she not return before the kingship is decided. I would never say that. She is a paragon. It is my duty to protect her. On the other hand, we must respect her decisions. Should she prefer to stay in the deep roads rather than help her rightful king take the throne, we must assist her. By any means necessary. Then we will both go down in history as a paragon's saviors. So far, my men have traced Branca to Caridin's Cross, an ancient crossroad lost to the Darkspawn 4 centuries ago. Her trail ends there. Perhaps with your warden's expertise, you can find what my men could not. You must enter the deep roads through the mines. To protect the city, that's the only path we leave open. Caridin's Cross lies many miles deep into the tunnels. It was once a main thoroughfare, but before Branca, no one had stepped foot there in generations. You have my thanks. Seek her in Caridin's Cross. I will try to delay the vote until you return.
Let's get started.
Please be quiet. My patient needs a rest. Fools and their politics. The poison was probably imported as a king killer, and she got dosed by mistake. I've never seen anything this potent. It's a very strange toxin. I know there's a counter, but the ingredients are so rare, it just doesn't matter. If you can chase these things down, I'll thank you, but I won't get my hopes up. The stone will take her soon.
This should be easy enough.
Any luck, Warden? She doesn't have much time. There's nothing I can do, but...
Yes?
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Warden's interference, claims no one can stop his plan. Grey Wardens endorse anarchy in Orzammar. Of course, Lord Harrowmont and his plan will...
Stranger, have you seen a Grey Warden hereabouts? I hear tell that he, or was that she, you understand this was several flagons ago, was setting out to search for Branca on the Prince's own orders. Well, if you're the best they got, then standards must have fallen way down. But I suppose that would account for a human in Orzammar. Say, could I ask you a favor? Name's Ogren, and if you've ever heard of me before, it's probably all been about how I piss ale and kill little boys who look at me wrong. And that's mostly true. But the part they never say is how I'm the only one still trying to save our only paragon. And if you're looking for Branka, I'm the only one who knows what she was looking for, which might be pretty sodding helpful in finding her. I know what Branka wanted, and how she was looking. You presumably know everything Balin scouts have discovered about where she disappeared. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Branka. Otherwise, good sodding luck. It's the Deep Roads. I'll kill Darkspawn. Outside of that, what difference does it make? Branka was a brilliant girl, but half the time she'd add 2 and 2 and make it 50. You want to find her, you need someone who knows how she thinks. I'm not some sodding elf maiden who sits around and waits for a passing hero to solve my problems. I'm a bloody warrior. I mean to get her back. And you wouldn't be down here if you weren't trying for the same thing. Branka was looking for the Anvil of the Void. Might have been the most important invention in Orzammar's history. The smith Ferelden built it. And with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the anvil. As far as anyone knows, the anvil was built in the old Orton Tig. Branka planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Ferelden's cross. No one's seen that Tig for 500 years. If we're going, let's get moving. Branka's not gonna sodding find herself.
Blast and damnation.
Indeed.
Yes.
Again. Ferelden's cross. I can't believe Harrowmont actually tracked this place down. This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old empire. You could get anywhere from here, including Orton Tig. Aye, Branka dug up some maps of the ancient empire. It's a little tough to tell with so much of it collapsed now, but near as I can figure, we're on the right path to Orton Tig. Not a one. But trust me, we will once we're on the path to the old Orton Tig. She was going to Ferelden's home. Only Branka's hero, the most famed paragon ever to rise from Smith Cast. He built the anvil, and he's the only one who ever knew its secret. He was an Orton before he founded his own house. And even then, he spent most of his time in their Tig. Branka figured it was the best guess for where the anvil was located. No one but Ferelden ever really knew more than it had some kind of stone-blessed power. Every golem who ever ranged across the Empire was hammered on the steel of that anvil. but no one ever knew exactly how they were made. But Bronca was sure she could find out. I've been waiting for someone to say that for 2 sodding years.
Well, look what we have here. Some of Balin's new toadies. Let's show him who's king.
A little frantic? I can see why. Time for some fun. This should be easy.
Time to die!
On it.
You know what would do?
A pair of nose plugs?
Go out and find a girl. It doesn't matter who, as long as there's no pants involved.
What makes you think I'm good?
I can smell purity.
That proves you sure.
Not that often, it turns out. It'd be much better if I could smell the cheese.
You have my deepest condolences.
Yep.
This should be easy enough.
Here we go!
This should be easy enough. This should be easy enough.
Makers!
Right then!
And stay now!
Is that all you've got? On it. This should be Let's get started. As you wish. Trap! 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 On it.
Let's get started. You shall pay!
As you wish. Trap! Right. This should be easy enough. As you wish. As you wish. Time for a little cleanup.
Right, man.
Is that all you've got? Watch for the beasts. Desperation in the fear is your weakness. On it, let me at it.
This looks like the right way out. Horton. Tig. It won't be long now.
Trap! This should be easy enough.
Now we can have
On your guard! Here we go!
They work well together.
Careful, these creatures look a mite upset. This should be easy enough. Don't broken!
I see.
By the tits of my ancestors, Warton Tig. I never thought I'd see this place in the flesh. I can see Bronca all over this place. She always took chips from the walls at regular intervals when she was in a new tunnel. Checked their composition. If she was still here, though, she'd have sentries out by now. This was Cerridon's home Tig. He was an Orton before he got raised to Paragon. Even stayed here when he could have had his own house. I guess he didn't want to move his people to Bunamar. I don't know. This was always her goal. She figured if the anvil wasn't here, there would at least be some clue to point her to where it is. The city of the dead. Ferelden built it to honor the Legion of the Dead, but it was more like a sodding mausoleum than anything. Of course, that was all before he built the anvil. After that, he was the city's pet genius until he angered the king and fell into disfavor. No, there was a Tig here. The Orton Tig. Bunamar is north and west of here. But that's not important. Or at least I hope it isn't. The City of the Dead is known as the Dead Trenches since the Darkspawn conquered it. Much of the Legion was destroyed when the fortress fell. No one does. At the time, Orton Tig was almost part of the main city. No one bothered to mark where the anvil was stored. Now it's impossible to know if it's been moved or even destroyed. But trust me, if we find it, we find Branka. Well, aren't you a sodding bright spot today? If everyone's dead, there'd be evidence of a major battle, wouldn't there? 300 or so dwarves don't just fade away. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yep. A lot of tension around here.
You think so? Do you?
Know what I do to relieve tension?
I hesitate to wonder.
I polish the old weapon.
Really?
Yep. Give it a good shine with a dry rag, then with a little grease.
That's disgusting.
You're telling me you never gave your blade the old spit shine?
I think that's private.
Really? Sodding chantry and its rules. I like to do it right out in the open.
Where people can see you.
Yep.
Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
This should be easy enough.
Or do you actually think you have a chance, Don't say I didn't warn you.
Let's get started.
On your guard!
On it. You had it coming! You're gonna pay! Hail to you, I see you have a chance! Let's some glory! Stay still! Right.
It's your time to die! You will learn to fear!
Show me what you've got! Only one time! It's either you or me, and it's gonna be me! Go! Right. Desperation is an ugly purpose! Use me while I do my happy dance. Let's get started.
There's nothing for you here. It's mine. I've claimed it. You've come to take my claim. You surfaces are all alike. Thieving scoundrels. Well, I found it first.
Bah! He's a bloody scavenger. Good as sod and gone.
Begone, you! You'll bring the Dark Ones back, you will. They'll crunch your bones.
Word has it you can only survive down here by eating the Darkspawn dead.
It burns when it goes down. It burns! It's my claim, not yours. Crunch your bones!
No mercy! This should be easy enough.
Go away! This is mine! Only I gets to plunder its riches! No! No talking! You leave my territory! You won't take anything from Ruck? You won't take his shiny worms or pretty rocks? Oh. Ruck not mind that, maybe. Ruck has some things from the camp. Sometimes the webs. You give him shiny coins, no? You are back? Not to take Ruck's claim, right? Not to steal from Ruck. No, no, no! No. No filter. No mother. No warm blanket and stew and pillow and soft words. Ruck doesn't deserve good memories. No. She did not know. Not what I did. I was very angry, and then someone was dead, and they wanted to send Ruck to the mines. If I went to the mines, she would know. Everyone would know. So I came here instead. Once you eat, once you takes in the darkness, you not miss the light so much. You know, do you not? Ruck sees. Yes, he sees the darkness inside you. No, she cannot. She remembers a boy, a little boy with bright eyes and a hammer, and she cannot see this. Swear, promise, vow you won't tell. Yes. Tell the mother Ruck is dead. He's dead, and his bones are rotting in the crawler's webs, and she should never look again.
Yes, that's what rock is. Dead. Dead like bones that turn to dust when you touch them.
Looks like that bone at Bronca's old camp. Did you see the marks on the floor? There were a lot of people and fires there once. Now I know she's not here anymore. She'd never have let something like that sleep in the same spot she did.